Welcome back to Sports Talk with Jordan. We're going to be making a video on the New York Jets, their schedule this year, and I'm with Jacob. So, before we start, the Jets last year did not do so well, so hopefully this year they can do a little better. Now, for week 1, the Panthers. Jacob, do you think they're going to win, lose? What's going to happen this week?
Well, I think it's quite ironic that they are against Carolina in week 1 against their recently traded Sam Darnold. I think they're gonna away, Jordan.
Yeah, I think
is this game home or away, Jordan?
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it might be away. I'm not exactly sure on whether the games are home or away.
I think the Jets win this game. I think Zach Wilson explodes on the scene with 250 yards and 3 touchdowns. A Michael Carter touchdown. I think the Jets win this one 31-24.
31-24, you say? All right. So this has the Jets going 1-0. Let's see what happens next week when they play the Patriots. Jacob?
The Patriots, I'm going to have to go with the loss on this one.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. They have a really strong defense.
I think Zach Wilson's going to come back to earth. I think he's going to throw an interception, only 220 yards, a touchdown. I think the Jets lose 24-13 here.
24-13. I can see it being a really close game, but I'm also going to have to go with the loss, bringing the Jets back down to 500, 1-1, as they go into week 3 against the Denver Broncos. And I think the Jets will not be winning against the Broncos. That's bringing them to 1-2. The Broncos, I think, will just outscore them. What do you think?
I think it was a huge mistake for the Broncos passing on Justin Fields when he was available. But I think Drew Lock's going to get started. I think he's going to prove himself. I don't think this is going to be a defensive game. I agree with you. I do have a final score of 38-35. Denver on Zach Wilson again going back up. 4 touchdowns, but I do see him throwing.
Wow. Yeah, I completely agree. Because of the Broncos maybe rising on the scene. I know they didn't do well last year, and Drew Lock has not yet proved himself as a huge name, but maybe this year. And in some of my last videos that I did with you on the AFC West, I talked about the Broncos being a playoff team, and if Aaron Rodgers somehow ends up there by the start of the season, who knows, maybe.
Make sure to check out those videos.
Oh yeah, make sure to check them out. There's a video on every team, 8-part series, so make sure to check those out. As the Jets are now 1-2, they have a win percentage of .333 as we go into week 4 against the Titans. Jacob?
This is a tough prediction. As a Jet fan, I do support the Titans. I love Derrick Henry, and I do think the Jets have a great run defense, but I see a loss here. I see Derrick Henry, 158 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns. Due to the Titans' lack of defense, though, I do see Jets rookie running back Michael Carter having a good game. I see 100 rush yards and 2 touchdowns. But I do see a loss in this game. I see 28-21 loss here for the Jets.
Yeah, I 100% agree again. The Titans are not a team to sleep on. They made it to the playoffs here, but they lost, I think, to the Ravens, if I'm not mistaken. And the Titans were 5-0 to start the season last year. They were absolutely dominating, until the end of the season when they fell off a little, and the Colts had a little bit of a comeback. But I do see the Jets losing this one, coming back down to 1-3 as they go into week 5 against the Falcons.
This I see a win. I do not see a defensive game here.
Neither do I.
I see a very offensive game. I do think the Jets have solid defense. The Atlanta offense is very powerful. So I'm going to go with the final score here of 41-28 Jets. I'm going to go Zach Wilson, 280 yards. I'm
Yeah, one sentence here. 28 points by the third quarter, second half, blowing it because of the defense. The defense cannot hold for their lives, and which is why I can see this being a high scoring game. I have the Jets at +7 to win. All right, and now for the 6th week of the season against no one because it's the bye week. So obviously, I can see the Jets not doing anything this week because it's the bye week. And yeah, next up we have week 7 against the Patriots again. Jacob.
I do think I see Jets win here. I see them coming back to 500. I see a good defensive play game by the Jets. I see C.J. Mosley coming back, and I see him getting a pick six.
Mm-hmm.
And I see a very defensive game here. I have Jets 17-10 here.
Oh wow, I was thinking even more defensive than that. Well, maybe about that. Yeah, I do not see the Pats sweeping the Jets this year. The Pats can do well, unfortunately, for a lot of people who don't like the Pats, but I do not see them as like the best team, which is why I have them splitting the season with the Jets, 1 win to 1 win each, bringing the Jets back above 500 to be back at 500. I'm sorry, and back at 3-3 for the first time. And now for week 8 against the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, I do think this is going to be a good game, but I think since the Jets have really spent time building their offensive line, building their defensive line, I think Joe Burrow is going to be running for his life. I see Jets with a pretty marginable victory here. I see again just a solid offensive game played by the Jets along with a great defensive game. I see 28-17 Jets win here. With two Corey Davis touchdowns.
Yeah, I completely, once again, agree. And Joe Burrow is going to be dying out there as to the fact that the Bengals did not select a great O-line this draft a few weeks ago. Joe Burrow is not going to have anyone to back him up. I can see the Jets even getting a few sacks on him. So it's going to be interesting to see, but I definitely see the Jets winning, going 4-3 now at week 8, which brings us now to week 9 against the Indianapolis Colts, and I see the Colts coming through with their elite, very elite O-line, and the Colts have really something to prove. Last year it was a really good season for them, which is why I see the Jets going back to 500. What about you?
I absolutely agree. As a Jets fan, I heard you say this. I see a marginal victory here. I see the Colts defense sending Zach Wilson and Michael Carter back down to earth. I see Zach Wilson 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, 150 yards. I see a 31-14 Colts victory here.
Oh wow. I do not think it's going to be that marginal per se. I think I have the Colts at +10, but no more than that. Yeah, and I do believe that the Colts, as I said, we're going to win. The Colts, the thing with them is they don't have huge names, but they have a good, solid overall team. Which, yeah, and as I said before, and Jacob said now, an elite O-line, which is why I see the Jets going back down to 500 again, 4-4, week 9. Which brings us once again to the next week against the Buffalo Bills for the first time. Jacob?
Alright, so what are the Jets? Jets are 4-4 in this situation.
Uh-huh.
I see a Jets win. I see a tough game out of Josh Allen. I see 2 interceptions. I see a last-second field goal winning for the Jets. I see a 24-21 win. No turnovers for the Jets. Throw 350 pass yards to Zach Wilson. Two jet touchdowns out of Zach Wilson.
I do see the Bills actually coming out on top for this one because of the fact that the Bills have I'll have the maybe top 3, I don't know, top 5, who knows, quarterback, a top 5 receiver, great defense, great everything around, just overall a great team. It kills me to say it, but I have the Jets losing here. So I don't know how we're going to count this. Should we count this as a win for the Jets or a loss?
Let's do Jordan's predictions and Jacob's predictions. So right now, Jacob is at 5-4, Jordan is at 4-5.
That's a good idea. And with that being said, on to the next week against the Miami Dolphins, another division rivalry. And I have the Dolphins once again coming out on top here. What about you?
So is this the first game of the season, Jets Dolphins?
I am pretty sure it is.
Yeah, I do see the Dolphins win there, but I don't see it being because of low. I see a great team at a Miles Gaskin here. Actually, Tyler Perry is solid Jet run defense spreads. I see 2 touchdowns and over 150 total yards out of Gaskin. I do see a pretty close game. I see 21-17 of the team. I do see Zach Wilson with the interception. I do see Michael Carter with a touchdown now. But yeah, 21-17 Dolphins sounds good.
Yeah, so wait, you have the Dolphins winning, correct?
Yes.
Alright, so that brings you down to 5-5, and I'm at 4-6. So 4-6, 5-5 as we go into week 12 against the Houston Texans, and I have the Jets coming out on top here against the Texans.
Texans are ridiculous. I see a marginal victory here. I see something as high as 38-14. I see Zach Wilson with a couple of touchdowns, Michael Carter with a couple of touchdowns. Great defensive effort. No touchdowns out of no turnovers for the Jets. I see a big win here for the Jets.
I completely agree. The Texans, now that they don't have Deshaun, J.J. Watt, and so many other bodies who only got him 4 wins in the first place, All-Stars, yet still only 4 wins.
Deshaun, but no.
I thought Deshaun wasn't playing this season.
I don't know. The rumors are really up in the air with him.
Yeah, but who knows? Now that they've lost so many other people, who knows, maybe traded sitting out because of all of the things against him, which we're not going to be getting into more specifically right now. But I see the Jets now going 6. I have them at the record of, I think, 5-6, maybe? Yeah.
You have them at 5-6. I have them at 6-5.
Yeah. Alright. So now that week 12 is over, we go on to week 13, of course, against the Philadelphia Eagles, and I have the Jets coming out on top here. Nothing to be said. The Eagles are desperate. They're terrible.
I have a similar score game that I had for the Texans. I'm just coming out on top 31-17. Same layout as the Texans. Good defense, solid offense all around.
Completely agree. The Eagles grasping for dear life. They have Jalen Hurts with the ball. They have Devontae Smith trying to get the ball to the end zone, of course. I don't see it working for the Eagles this year, or hopefully anytime soon from a Giants end. But that'll bring the Jets up for me to 6-6, and for you, no.
For me, 7-5.
Yeah. Alright, 6-6, 7-5. I have them back at 500 again. You have them 2 games above 500. And remember, as we go on, we can also have ties. Anyway, week 14, we have the Saints. Jacob?
Saints, I think Jameis Winston has come back here. I see a loss here. Not a close game, not a horrible game. I see 31-24. Separated by, I'm sorry, it's a pretty close game, 31-24. I see Zach Wilson fumble and Zach Wilson interception. I see Jameis Winston having a good game.
Yeah.
And but I do see a loss here. So the Jets going down to 7-6.
Yeah, and plus their running game for the Saints, obviously, is pretty good. They're catching, they're receiving, wide receivers and stuff. Also good. So now I have the Jets at 6-7, and you have them at 7-6, which
No.
bring, yeah,
Oh, yeah, lost. 6 and 7.
yeah,
You have the Jets, oh, yeah, 6 and 7, 7 and 6. Yep.
which brings us now after this week, once again, obviously, to week 15 against Miami again for the final divisional matchup against them. And I do not know. So Jacob, what do you think?
Jets win. To me, it's a fact. I see Tua is going to have a rough game. I see 3 total turnovers. I see Zach Wilson and Michael Carter combining for 5 touchdowns, and I see a 38-28 Jets win.
I actually see the Jets losing here, and for the same reasons I saw them losing last time we talked about these two teams going head to head. I just see the Dolphins as a better overall team. Who knows what's going to be the case by week 15? It's way too far out to really know anything. So now I have the Jets at 6-8, and you have them at 8-6, right?
No, I'd say 7-7.
Oh, you have them losing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
8-6, and I have them at 6-8, complete opposites. So you have them 2 games above 500. I have them 2 games below as they enter into week 16 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacob?
Easy dubs. I don't think they're gonna have to regret not tanking for Trevor Lawrence. I see a marginal victory here, 31-17. And again, I see a well-played game by the Jets. This does make the 9-6. May seem a little biased, but no, I think they can do it.
Yeah, I see them actually winning this game, which is why I have the Jets now at a record of 8-7, and you have them at 9-6, right?
No, 7-8.
Wait. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I have them at 7-8. You have them at 9-6, right? So that's good. We both, I guess, have the Jets winning here against the once last place team in the entire NFL, the Jaguars. Who knows how they'll perform next year? That's a whole other story for week 16. And now on to week 17 against the Buccaneers.
So this is pretty easy loss. Brady continues to own the Jets. I see the Jets get killed here, 38-17. Just a crappy game played all around because Tom Brady owns the Jets.
Hate to say it, but I have them winning against the Jets. Not by as much of a margin. I have them winning by less than 8, I'd say. So I have them winning. I have the Bucs at -8, and yeah, which brings my record to 7-9, and yours to, I think, 9-7, right?
9-7.
And for the last and final week of the season, we have the Washington football team.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
I have the Jets losing.
You
I
do?
think it's a close game, but I do have them losing. I have them losing 28-27.
Oh, wow.
So a very close game. I think it's going to simply be because Washington has the better overall team. This would give the Jets a final record of 9-8, which I think is fair.
I'm sorry. They're actually not playing the Washington football team. They're actually playing the Bills. So please ignore where it says the Washington football team. So ignore everything that was just said about the football team. Now think about the Bills.
I actually don't have a disposable loss. No, I have 31-21. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
So you have the Jets sweeping the Bills?
No, I have the Jets get losing.
Oh, so I have the Jets actually beating the Bills this time. I don't know. I feel like the Jets have to have an upset. I feel like every team has to have at least one huge upset. So I'm gonna have the upset on the final week of the season for the Jets against the Bills, bringing my final record into I think 8-9, and yours into 9-8. So we were within a game of each other. I see we pretty much agree on where the Jets are going to be ending up, and now some important announcements to end the video. Oh, here are the Bills, which should have been before, and now the actual important announcements. The New York Giants schedule, I made a video about that earlier, and it's the last video that was made before this. There's going to be a video on the Mets, early season talk with the Mets, now in first place as of May 26th, and more videos coming soon. So make sure to stay tuned. Bye.